How's it going, everybody? Wayne here. So today I got a lot of 5 games that we'll be adding to the collection, and these all came from the same seller, although they were sold individually, and they are in pristine condition, and they also came with promotional items, and he was the original owner of them, so it's pretty cool. I just went ahead and bought all these games from the same seller. So let's check them out. The first game up today is Battle Tanks. Battle Tanks was developed and published by 3DO, releasing for the N64 in 1998. Battle Tanks was one of my favorite games growing up. This game revolves around a love story. You will make your way through 17 levels, destroying buildings and tanks, trying to rescue your love. Today the graphics and sounds don't really hold up well. The game is extremely foggy, and it can make it difficult to see the enemy. All the cool weapons are there, such as swarmers, grenades, and my favorite weapon in the game, guided missiles. And if you happen to find a nuke, watch out. Although the sound in the game isn't great, I've always loved the deep, dark sound of the music. The game is fun in story mode, and it's a blast on multiplayer. However, today, it's best to get a copy of Battle Tanks Global Assault if you want to play the game. They're very similar, but Global Assault has the better graphics and sound. Battle Tanks is game number 153 for the collection. Next up, we have a game that I've been waiting to play ever since I played Carmageddon, and that game is Superman. Superman was developed and published by Titus Interactive and released for the N64 in 1999. Superman is an adventure game for the N64, and it's often referred to as the worst game on the N64. While I don't think the game is great, I don't agree that it's the worst game. The game is cheesy, and you will spend most of your time flying through rings and completing short tasks at the end. Once you get the hang of the controls, speeding around the obstacle through the rings is mildly entertaining. However, the controls suck for pretty much everything else. The graphics are pretty fuzzy throughout the game, except when you're actually flying through the rings. Then they aren't really bad at all. So far, Carmageddon remains the worst game on the N64 for me. I'll even go as far to say I'll put Superman above other games as well, like Powerpuff Girls. Don't get me wrong, the game is no gem, but it's not the worst game for the system. Superman is game number 154 for the collection, and this is one of the games that came with promotional items, or a promotional item I should say. And it came with this t-shirt here, which is pretty interesting. You got the N64 logo down here. There's a Game Boy on there. Pretty interesting promotional item that I got with the game. The game itself is complete as well, not just the instructions. Came with a little poster. And interesting enough, one of the games on the back is one we'll be covering today. You got the registration card, instruction manual, and it also came with a little comic book. So this is the first game I saw, which led me to the seller, which had all these excellent condition games with promotional items, and the prices were really good on them as well. This Superman game cost me $50, which I'll cover the price at the end, but this was only $50, and that's not much more than just a complete box goes for in the first place. Next up, I got another game that came with promotional items, and that game is Donkey Kong 64. DK64 was developed by Rare and published by Nintendo. It swung onto store shelves in 1999. Selling more than 5 million copies, DK64 was the 7th best-selling N64 game. DK64 is what you would expect from a Donkey Kong game on the N64. Great graphics, fun gameplay, great sound and controls. You set off to save your 4 friends that were ape-napped by K. Rool. Along the way, you'll collect bananas and coins that will help you buy weapons and advance in the game. Each character has different abilities and weapons. You won't be able to advance in the game until you rescue certain characters. The game is huge. It'll take hours of fun to complete the game. DK64 is excellent and a must-own game for the N64. Donkey Kong 64 is game number 155 for the collection. And it also came with a t-shirt. Swing to it. It also came with this DK64 barrel, which actually used to have a plushie in it, but it didn't come with the plushie. I'll have to try to track that down later. This was another game in excellent condition and wasn't priced more than just a normal complete in box DK64. So really excited to add this one to the collection with the promotional items. Next up, a sports game, NHL Blades of Steel 99. Blades of Steel 99 was developed and published by Konami, releasing for the N64 in 1999. What a tease this hockey game was. When you turn on the game, it has an incredible introduction. Bright colors, great looking graphics. It feels like the game is going to be awesome. If you watch the entire N64 quest, you know Wayne Gretzky's 3D Hockey is my favorite hockey game. And it remains my favorite hockey game after playing Blades of Steel 99. When the game starts, you immediately watch the graphics go to crap. The controls are horrendous, and your players will change based on who's closer to the puck. I'm pulling an angry 7-year-old me and saying this game cheats. No matter how well you're playing, your shots are always blocked. But the opponent scores a goal with ease. And your team sucks, always screwing you over by being offsides. Look at this dummy. I eventually found myself passing the puck blindly to avoid being screwed over by my teammates. The announcer also has the same one-liners over and over again. Buy this game? Nope. NHL Blades of Steel 99 is game number 156 for the N64 Complete in Box library. The last game up, you might have guessed it from the back of the Superman poster. That game is Virtual Chess 64. Virtual Chess was developed and published by Titus, releasing for the N64 in 1998. Virtual Chess is an interesting 3D chess game. Rather than just a standard game, each time you take an opponent's piece, there is an animated battle. The animation depends on what pieces are taken. The music is relaxing, the visuals are nice, and it's fun watching the battles as you play the game. You can rotate the board so nothing gets in the way of the view. If you're a fan of chess, Virtual Chess on the 64 is a good game. The game has a tutorial that teaches you how to play, and there are many levels to choose from based on your skill level. This game is definitely worth adding to the collection if you like chess. Virtual Chess 64 is game number 157 for the Complete in Box N64 library. This lot of 5 games cost me a total of $215 shipped, bringing our total up to $8,493 for the N64 Complete in Box library. Let's get these games on the shelf. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to subscribe. I'll be collecting the entire N64 library, complete in box, right here on this show. Also, make sure to leave a thumbs up for N64 promotional items. Until next time, I'm Wayne, and thanks for watching.